My name is Harry. I vape, and this is my car. That's so stupid. What's up, guys? My name is Harry, and that's my GTI. So it's APR Stage 2 with the APR DSG tune and a downpipe from who the fuck knows? USP 3-inch catless. I got an APR intake, forged DV, H&R Sports Springs, the 034 aluminum dog bone insert. It's got, that's it really for like engine mods. I mean, I have 19 by 8.5 in the front, 9.5 in the back wheels, 5mm spacers in the back, 4-inch tips, like just basic tips from like a regular exhaust shop. I kept the stock cat back because it sounds pretty good. And RS7 plugs that I'm going to change out for those Denso plugs because I'm going to be doing something special with the car in the upcoming week. It has a Forge, I just got the Forge intercooler, the intercooler with the red piping. And, you know, RFB replica headlights with the cool sequential, you know, snake looking turn signals. And super cool Chinese carbon fiber mirror caps that fall off every time I hit a freaking pothole. So I had the car for 3 years. It's a piece of shit. I hate it. I can't stand it. I can't wait to trade it in. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's pretty good. I like this car. I bought it. I had a Mark 6 Jetta, the 2015 Jetta Sport with, you know, those cool wheels, the cool flat bottom steering wheel, white and black leather, all this cool crap. And I only had it for like a couple of months, and then I went to the dealership and saw the GTI, and I always wanted a GTI, and ended up just walking out with it, leaving the Jetta. And so far, I really like it. I mean, every day I get in the car, like if it's a crappy day or whatever, I just feel like every time I drive it, it just changes my opinion of the car. I just fall in love with it every time. Like on a good morning, I'll go out and drive, and it's just, it always puts a smile on my face. Modding is like an art. I mean, looking at different parts, looking at, you know, what part you want, or there's so many parts available for any car, really. I mean, usually. So it's all about if you want. Some people like performance, some people like, you know, aesthetics, some people like putting stupid stickers on their taillights that have like blood dripping down, I don't know. Or some people get depressed when they get hit and it's scratched up and they want to fix their bumper. And it's not that bad, but it's fine. But no, modding is an art. Modding is, in my eyes, is an extension of your personality. You know, you mod and your car's out there, people see it. So it's kind of like, you know, people have their thing. People drink, people do drugs, people, you know, go to the club. I like doing things to my car. Like a good night for me is working on my car like 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning. And then going to bed knowing that 1, my car is really good, or 2, my car's fucked up and broken and I gotta fix it the next day. Like, that's fun to me, you know? I like modding this car because, 1, for example, like going from stock to stage 1, it was a really big power increase. I'm not sure, I forget the numbers off the top of my head, but it was significant. Like, I went stage 1 and didn't do any other supporting mods, and it was like, whoa, this car is like it's a new car, it's so fast. And now, like, I'm stage 2, obviously, and I have a couple other things coming in soon, so that's gonna be pretty neat. But every time I put on a mod or a bolt-on, it's so cool because, you know, 1, I do it myself, and 2, you know, when you put a mod on your car and you see the difference in the car and the way it handles or the way it performs, it's pretty neat, just the satisfaction of driving it, knowing that you did that. Like, you know, you didn't go to a shop or whatever, you did it yourself, and the car is responding either really well or really crappy to the mod you put on, usually really well. So like a lot of the times I post pictures of my car like on Instagram and Facebook, and everybody's like, you know, like, why do you take so many pictures of your car? Or like, why are you so obsessed? And I don't really know, to be honest. I don't even know what got me into cars. I've always liked cars. I mean, I watched like the Fast and Furious movies. My parents were really into cars. But I don't know, I just feel like cars they're pretty neat, they're really cool. And, you know, manufacturers now, they do so much work with, you know, styling a car or whatever. So it's like, it's easier to take pictures of cars than people. And I don't know, it's interesting because the car is like a form of expression, you know, it's an extension of you. So, I don't know, I just really like taking pictures of cars. So I really want to do a bigger turbo in this car. As far as like visual mods, I mean, I like the way it looks now. I think I'm gonna add like the spoiler. Of course, wheels, I mean, you can't have enough wheels, or you can't change it enough. I really want bags in the car. I think that'd be pretty sweet, but it's really expensive. And I don't don't know. I think just as far as like engine wise, it's gonna be a bigger turbo, and I don't know, maybe I might wrap it. I've been thinking about wrapping the whole car at least. A cool satin red. When I got this car, I didn't really know anything about cars. I had the Jetta before, like I said, and I had the GTI, and I was in Texas at the time. I lived in Texas, and I was driving. I saw a Golf R Mark 7, and it was one of the first ones I've ever seen. So I kind of followed them, and there was some car meet. You know, I didn't know what a car meet was or anything about cars, and I saw that, and I rolled up next to them, and they were just, you know, come here, park here, whatever. So I parked, and you know, from there I networked. I started adding different like Facebook groups and Instagram groups and looking on forums. And I mean, I guess like advice for people who don't really know about cars or want to get into cars or have an interest in cars, just network, go out there and, you know, meet people, or, you know, search for groups online, and that's like the best way. I mean, the car community is really awesome. It's like a family, you know, for the most part. If you have a question about anything, they'll help you out, or if you want to know more about parts and, you know, how cars are, just anything in general. Like, honestly, if it wasn't like for the car community and for all that stuff, I really wouldn't have too many friends. It's interesting because, you know, people ask me all the time, you know, you always go into like a car meet, or you're always like posting videos and stuff, and it's awesome because when I moved to different states and met different people, it was all through the car scene. You know, I'd go out not knowing anybody, and everybody was pretty welcoming. I mean, everywhere from Texas to Virginia, you know. So as opposed to me just sitting home doing nothing, you know, I would go out there and meet people, and we'd all have like a common ground. We always had something in common, was cars. You know, like, what did you do to your car, you know? And then from there, you know, there was either something they didn't do or want to do, or something you want to do and they have, so you make friends like that. And I tell you, everywhere I go, like now I have so many friends here that are into cars, and they're really cool people, you know. Like when I'm bored, like, oh, what are you doing? Let's go out and eat, or let's go out, you know, take pictures. So I feel like if it wasn't for the car scene, you know, it'd be really hard to adjust, for me at least, for my work, constantly moving and trying to find friends. I really thank the car community for that. It's pretty neat. Just the way people are just so, it's like a family, you know? Fuck. You could just take that out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm Harry, and I'm not Harry, that's Harry, that's my car. I'm here for my car, my Mark 7 GTI, and it's pretty sweet. I don't know.